Okay. What can I do while I'm waiting? I can possibly drink one of these. Okay, it's going to 9, I think. Or where's it going? Where are you going? Area 4. That's a good area because it's a big, large area. I can drop down a pitfall trap from the far side and then have it charge me, and I can drop it in it, which would be fantastic. So let's come in here. And where is it going to land? It's landing somewhere around here. There we go, that's where it's landing. So if I drop a pitfall trap here, that'd be good. Something you're going to want to do is probably combine up a new pitfall trap as soon as possible, because since this thing can steal from you, you don't want it stealing your combining items for a pitfall trap. A lance might be better suited for breaking this thing's crest because it can get in, well, it can do more accurate damage, and it's normally what you would use for breaking specific points on a monster. I'm just hitting its body at the moment, which is not good, so that's not what I want to hit. Okay, it's flying away. So what I'm going to do is drop another pitfall trap and hope it goes in that. It's in rage mode, which is not good, but if I'm going to put it in pitfall trap, it's not a problem. Ow. Okay. It's going to juice. Oh no, it's going to fall in a pitfall trap. Right. Let's lay into it again. Lay into it. Come on. Break off. Come on. Come on. No, it's going to run away. It's in rage mode, so it's probably going to get out of pitfall traps easier than if it wasn't in rage mode, so I'm going to probably want to be careful with that. So what I'm going to do is find a chance to combine up. We'll probably keep moving as well, because it's going to try and hit me with that. And block that, because I don't want to be affected by that. We have yet to see confusion, and I don't particularly want to have to demonstrate it, but let's block that. If you had the Velociprey armor for this, I wouldn't suggest it because the defense is a bit low and this thing can do quite a bit of damage if you're not careful. So let's block that, and then let's hit it just a bit, because I think if you're at the... No, I'm going to have to try and get out of this. If I rotate the right analog stick, you couldn't really see it there, but I was getting rid of the stars above my head, so that freed me from the confusion. Okay, so he's getting to be a bit of a problem. Hoping I'm standing in the right place to block that. Yeah, I am. Right. Let's lay into him a bit. Okay, he's going to fly back. Hitting its wings is not the ideal place to hit it, obviously, because that's where it's strongest. It's out of rage mode now. And apparently, it's nearly dead. This is what it does when it's nearly dead. As you can see, the quest hasn't ended. If I go in here, the quest is not over yet. So, obviously, it's just plain dead. It's pretending to have died. So what I'm going to do is heal up and show you what you can do. So if I... Oh, no. Okay, it's just going to flail around a bit. What I was intending to do was drop large barrel bombs right next to its head. Then have it blow them up. So what if I drop that there and try and get out of the way? And there we go. That has done a ton of damage to it. I was hoping that would take it out because the last time I did this, that managed to take it out, which was quite nice. So what I'm going to do is drop another pitfall trap. Probably not the best time to drop a pitfall trap. Oh, I didn't quite manage to put it down. It's a problem. Alright, I'm going to have to block this. Block. There we go. Right. I think it's going to leave the area now. I'm not quite sure. It's running away, but... Yep, it's flying away. So now that it's run away, I'm probably going to combine up some more large barrel bombs, just because I'm going to want a few more to come back to 5. I can't use the pitfall trap now, which is a problem. It's a bit of a pain. Never mind. So what I'm going to do is head back there and probably large barrel bomb it, just because I want to try and get some damage in. I don't think I'm going to manage to break its crystal, just because of how weak it already is. And the fact that, well, I can't really get any accurate damage in on it, because while I'm using a greatsword, which is definitely not the best weapon for trying to break something, so yeah, this is probably not the best choice, but then again, it's one of the most effective methods. So what I'm going to do is come up behind it, drop some large barrel bomb. Actually, because my stamina ran out, I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is drop them at its feet. Okay, I've been hit by it. Please don't. Okay, it's going to break out of it with that. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I didn't quite drop another one. Okay, it's stolen my map, so there we go. That's an example of it stealing things from me. So what I'm going to try and do is lure it back over to these large barrel bombs. And, okay, it's not coming. So what I'm going to do is block that. I didn't think I'll get my weapon out in time. Oh, come on, don't leave the area. No. Why? Oh no, it's going over there. Never mind. So what I'll do is I wait for it to come over to me. Then if I wait, it'll run into these hopefully. Completely missed them. That's fantastic. Okay, let's try again. Hopefully on the way back it'll crash into these. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hit them. Okay, apparently it won't destroy them on contact. That's a little annoying. Never mind. Oh, don't fly away. Come on. Get over here. It's doing that again. Right, what I'm going to do, because obviously this is just dragging on a bit, what I'm going to do is wait for it to come towards me, and then at the right instant drop a small barrel bomb, and... yes, I got it. That's good. So let's do that again. Let's drop a large barrel bomb, and got... okay, that's not good. If it hits with the poison, didn't do enough damage. Right. Let's do that again. I know this is kind of a cheap method of doing it, but I kind of just want to get some damage in. Because all it's doing is that, and that's getting quite irritating. Because it's just dragging out this fight longer than it has to be. Right, let's drop some large barrel bombs. Okay. And dodge. Okay, not quite. So what we're going to do is wait for it to come back around again. And hit it with some large barrel bombs. Unfortunately, you can't hit it with flash bombs, obviously. Because, oh, I'm using the wrong type of bomb. Great, good job, me. Come on, charge me. No, charge me, you silly idiot. I need to drink something or eat something to get rid of that. No, come here. There we go. Okay, let's get out of the way. There we go. That'd be a fantastic moment for me to get round and hit it in the face a bit. Right, come here. Okay, I only got one hit in, which is not great, but never mind. This thing seems to be a lot tougher than it was last time I fought it. Last time I fought it, it went down really easily. So that's kind of weird. Never mind, and I've lost where it's gone. Fantastic, that what's happened when you lose a paintball. Well, you don't lose it, the paintball runs out, so let's chase after it. I'm going to have to admit, this isn't one of my better fights. It is just running around and being a pain in my butt. So what I'm going to do is chase it down again. And... is it in here? No, it is not in here. Right, I've lost it. That is a great time for the paintball to run out. This is what happens when you lose it and the paintball disappears. I didn't notice that the paintball had gone. I'm hoping it's not in this area up here because I still can't use a pitfall trap on it, which would be annoying. Because I really, really want to put it in one last pitfall trap and probably bomb its head. Because that'll do a lot of damage. It's not in here either. Okay, it must have gone to... I don't know because I can't see the map. See, this is the problem when it steals things from you, like nets and things. It just really screws over some of your plans, and it's quite irritating. And since it's not a melee links, you can't get your item back until... actually, I don't think you can get your item back after it's stolen it, so that's always a problem. So let's head to this area here, which I don't know what area it is, but I'm going to down a power juice because I'm getting fed up and running out of energy. And I think my stamina bar just went up when I drank that, so maybe it does increase your stamina bar. I don't know. Never mind. So here we are. It's landing in this area. I'm going to drop a pitfall trap and try and end this soon because it is going on and on and on and on and on. So let's combine gunpowder with a large barrel. And it's not coming over, so I'm going to paintball it now while it's just standing there like an idiot and bring it over. Come on then. In you go. Right, let's drop some large barrel bombs just because I need to use some of these up. Just hit it with those. Oh, there we go. I killed it in the pitfall trap. Didn't manage to break the thing off its head, but I did manage to kill it, so there we go. So it was just about dead. As you can see, it stays in the pitfall trap when you kill it in one. I didn't quite manage to break its thing off its head, so that's unfortunate. It's light crystal. Never mind, all it does is it allows you to get a greater chance of getting one in the reward screen. So that's okay, but there are other ways of getting light crystals, easier ways. So don't worry, don't feel disheartened if you can't break the crystal off its head. There are other ways to get it. Going over some of the items I just got. I got, what did I get? Power extract. That is something you add to things like, I think you can add it to, if I go and combine, power extract. Do I have power juice? Nope, okay, I can't combine it with that. It's combining it with something else. Maybe it's blood on steak? Here we go. And you can make mega juice from it, so that's quite nice. That's how you make mega juice, so that will increase your stamina for, well, makes sure your stamina doesn't drop for a really long time, which is really nice. I got rubbery hide, which is the item that comes off of this monster, off the Gypceros. It's something used to make armor. I think there's only 1 or 2 different types of materials that you can get from this, and that looks fantastic. It's just a fireball of doom. So there we go. I didn't get a light crystal from there. I got wyvern claws or fangs. That's one of those few things that you can't get from the... Actually, I think you can get it from the Cephadrome. I'm not quite sure. But there we go. Now that we've done that, I'm going to quickly go over all of the new weapons and armor that we can get now that we defeated the Gypceros and got rubbery hide. So, cutting to that, and also light crystals, so cutting to that. Okay, and the only weapon we're talking about today is the Poison Battle Axe. The Poison Battle Axe is the final weapon in the Sword and Shield mineral tree, so it's an endgame weapon, kind of, sort of. It's not one of the better ones, but it's still an endgame weapon. It has poison, 238 attack, which is pretty nice. Something else to note is that it has a lot of green sharpness, which is really good on a Sword and Shield, obviously, because you're doing a lot of close range, lots of attacks really quickly, and it would suck if your sharpness broke really quickly, so it's a good thing to have quite a bit of sharpness in this case. Something else to know about is the cost of the weapon. It costs 39,900 zenny just for this one upgrade. That's nearly 2/3 of the entire cost of the weapon in one upgrade, so expect to spend a lot with this one. But moving on to the armor. Okay, moving on to the Gypceros Blade Master armor. As you can see, it's got quite nice defense. 55 is quite nice for a set of armor. Something you'll notice about Gypceros armor is that it has high defense and quite decent resistances, just because that's its general characteristic of Gypceros, is that it has high defense and it's resistant. However, it is really weak against one type of element, which is fire. As you can see, -20, which is really not too good considering what we're going up against. However, I have personally used this before for about, I don't know, most of 5-star, and I had very little problems. It just takes a little getting used to having that low fire defense, especially when going up against all of the fire sort of element creatures we're going to be facing soon. Something important to note, when you're making Gypceros armor, you're going to require antiseptic stones. Antiseptic stones are made by combining bitter bugs with earth crystals. Something else to note is that both the Blade Master and Gunner armor share 2 abilities, which are speedy damage recovery, which is basically the red bar. When you have the health where it goes into red, it will increase at a faster rate or recover at a faster rate, as it suggests. The other ability is sleep duration halved, which basically reduces the amount of time you're asleep, which would be very good for that one fight against that one creature in the aftergame. But otherwise, this ability is not exactly the most helpful, so you could sort of pass up on this one. The other one, Speedy Recovery, is a fantastic ability, one of the better ones, since you can use it for nearly every fight, so that's really nice. But moving on to the Gunner armor, and as you can see, it's got a defense of 35, so it has dropped like usual, but still a very, very high defense. Not quite as high as Hornetar, I think, because that thing is just ridiculously high, just because of how hard it is to get. But looking at the others, you can see that it has no weaknesses to any of the elements. It hasn't got any resistance to fire, but that doesn't matter considering it's got resistance to all of the other 3. However, I would only suggest using this armor for up till the end of 5-star, because after that it becomes sort of outclassed by the new armors, so I suggest only using it until then. So this will be very good for that one creature that uses water. So if you're looking for something defensive to go up against water, this is possibly the one for you if you're a gunner. But now that we talked about all of those, back to the video. Okay, and now that we've done that quest, we've completed 4-star, so if I come over here to the village chief, he will give us an urgent quest. What is that urgent quest? Slay the Rathalos. So next time we're going to be going out and we're going to slay the Rathalos. Finally we can get revenge for all those times it just randomly appeared out of nowhere and annoyed us during any other quest where it could. So now that we've completed that quest, we're going to end off the episode because I think that's enough for now. So thank you very much for joining me for Let's Play Monster Hunter. I've been HazzD. Like, comment, subscribe and all the other good stuff. And I'll see you next time.